pretty sure I've said this before, but the real measure of strength in your relationship is in conflict, not in how well you do when you're just getting along.
Well, son, when a man and a woman love each other very much, they want to make a baby that is immediately a source of huge conflict.
Because conflict is unavoidable, we shouldn't pretend like it's something that will never happen. No matter how much you trust somebody or how much faith you have in them, inevitably mistakes happen. A while back, I did a bit on the subject of arguing and how to argue, having a healthy way of dealing with a relationship. Look for this in radio counseling. You'll find it. It's really good to remember that early relationships, it's pretty easy, as well as in many cases, a relationship with somebody that you've known a long time or happen to already have a lot of things in common with. This isn't even just about when those conflicts occur. This is about what to look for that you will see creating conflict later on. A bad sign in a relationship is when somebody has unrealistic standards or doesn't allow for flexibility or compromise, my way or the highway, and a tendency to sort of sweep conflict under the rug rather than dealing with it honestly and directly. Another major sign is not taking responsibility for your own actions. This can go to you or somebody else. Honesty with yourself is always key and paramount to healthy living. So when somebody says, "Oh, I didn't have a choice," what they're really saying is they didn't like the other options and weren't willing to pay the consequences for them. If you see yourself taking that sort of route out, evaluate what those are. What are those other consequences? And explain your reasoning to other people. If you're being honest, there's not going to be a problem with it. Somebody might not be happy, but they'll understand.
Moving forward requires calling out.
But having those tough conversations is exactly where things have a chance to improve.
Yay!
Most people are interested in doing well by others around them. And honestly, you should be able to look at how interactions go yourself and what you can do to improve them. You shouldn't be afraid of demonstrating vulnerability. Vulnerability is not the same as weakness. Vulnerability is simply something that's near and dear to you. People attempting to exploit your vulnerability to make sure you are down or feel bad or win a fight are clearly people who don't understand or value you enough to fight in a reasonable kind of way.
And this is one of those times when you need to be very clear about what you say.
Managing your vulnerability is not the same as ignoring it or trying to make sure it never affects you. But of course you want to take care in who you trust with it. If you don't trust the person that you're with, maybe it's time you reevaluate that relationship.